You're on the phone in your kitchen, canceling the stolen phone before the screen has even gone dark in your mind. Snatched from your hand on the train, reported to the police within the hour. You've paid for mobile cover for years. Theft is covered. That part is simple. The claims handler tells you a replacement will be dispatched the next day. When the courier arrives, it feels like proof the system works. A sealed box, a signature, a working screen lighting up in your palm. You transfer your data. You log back into everything. The disruption closes in on itself. Annoying but contained. 3 days later, an email arrives. They need you to return the replacement device. At first, you assume it's phishing or a duplicate message. Your claim was approved. The new phone is already set up. You've restored backups, reactivated apps, updated passwords. You call the number on the policy documents, not the link in the email. The voice on the line is calm. They're reviewing the circumstances of the theft. That's when the confidence thins. Because the replacement wasn't final. It was provisional. Sent while the event was still being assessed. And now the assessment has shifted. They ask you to walk through it again. Where exactly were you standing? How crowded was the carriage? Was the phone in your hand or on the seat beside you? Had you been using it near the doors? You answer carefully, the same way you did the first time. You were checking a message. The train slowed. Someone bumped into you. The phone was gone. You didn't see who took it. Nothing about that story has changed. But the questions linger around one detail: visibility. Whether it was exposed, whether it could be considered left in the open, whether the situation fits the kind of theft the policy recognizes. The theft is real. Classification is not settled. You're told the claim hasn't been rejected. It's under further review. The replacement was issued in good faith, pending confirmation. If the review concludes differently, the device will need to be returned or paid for. Paid for. The word lands heavily, not because you can't return it, but because it rewrites the last 3 days. The relief, the sense of resolution, the belief that this was handled. Another version of this happens when a stolen laptop is replaced quickly. You sign for the new one. You're grateful for the speed. Then the insurer asks for additional documentation, proof of forced entry, clarification on where the bag was placed, a detail about how long it was unattended. The replacement doesn't disappear immediately. It hovers. Or it happens with a watch taken from a gym locker. Claim submitted. Replacement authorized. You adjust the strap, wear it out that weekend. Then a call. The locker wasn't damaged. There's a question about whether it was properly secured. The claim is being reconsidered. The watch still ticks. The approval does not. What unsettles you isn't the possibility of sending the phone back. It's the timing, the sequence, replacement first, doubt second. As if resolution was delivered before certainty existed. You start to understand that speed isn't the same as finality. The replacement device wasn't the end of the process. It was a bridge. A way to restore normal life while the system decided whether normal life should be restored at all. You didn't lie. You didn't exaggerate. You described what happened. But the story you lived and the version that fits aren't always identical. A phone in your hand is different from a phone in your pocket. A moment near a train door is different from a moment in the middle of the carriage. The difference is small. The consequence is not. By the time the review finishes, the device in your hand feels borrowed. Conditional. You hold it differently, not as something that replaced a loss, but as something waiting for a verdict. The theft hasn't changed. The meaning of it has. You thought the arrival of the replacement meant the risk had moved away from you, that the loss was now accounted for, absorbed by the policy you've paid into for years. But the replacement wasn't proof of protection. It was proof that the decision hadn't been made yet. And the moment you felt most reassured, when the new screen lit up and your life resumed, was the moment your certainty was most exposed.